Back out to Drabauer. Drabauer over to Feedy. Feedy now inside to Hurlbert. Hurlbert into the lane. Has to kick it back out. And Drabauer comes up with it over to Feedy. Feedy left corner. Back out to Hurlbert. Hurlbert head fakes the three. Drives inside. Shot is blocked out of bounds. And it will stay Panther ball. Bauer now to inbound it to our right. Bauer over to Dre. Dre now on the right wing. Back to Simon. Simon kicks it back out to Tron. Tron will drive inside, puts up the shot, partially blocked. Loose ball. And coming up with it, try to get it inside to Bolin. Tried to get it inside to Mesa. And we get a whistle, and it's going to be a foul. Foul on Durand, it looks like. Foul will be on number 25, and that's going to be on Feedy. So going to the line for two is Rotering. Panthers lead 50-38, 9:31 remaining. First free throw on the way is good. Rotering now with the next free throw on the way is no good. Rebounded by Anibis. Anibis to Simon Bauer. Bauer now will come across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Anibis in the right corner. Long cross-court pass to Nelson. Nelson head fakes the three now to Bauer. Bauer to Anibis. Anibis back out to Nelson. Nelson left wing. Three ball. Shot's good by Nelson. 53-39 Panthers. Approaching the 9-minute mark. Scow now across the timeline. And shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Rotering. Shot put up, and it's good. And so now Simon Bauer will bring it across the timeline to Nelson. Nelson to Feedy. Feedy left corner. Back out to Nelson, left wing. Inside to Anibis. Anibis over to Hurlbert. Hurlbert right baseline whistle and a foul. And I think that's going to be it for Mesa. I think that's his fifth. Yep, that's his fifth, so Mesa will foul out with 7 on the night. So coming in will be Braun for Mesa, and inbounding it now to our left is Bauer. Bauer now into Nelson. Nelson up and in. Oh, Nelson just in the lane, jumped up and grabbed the old alley-oop and up and in. And across the timeline now. Over to Bolin. Bolin back to Rotering. Rotering tries to get it into the corner over to Bjorg, but it goes out of bounds. Panther ball. And so inbounding it now to Simon Bauer was Anibis. And Bauer will bring it across the timeline. Panthers leading 55-41. Over to Nelson. 8:14 remaining in the game. Bounce pass now to Feedy. Feedy right corner to Hurlbert, right baseline. He gets into the lane, puts up the shot, off the glass, good. Hunter Hurlbert's quietly just scored 17 on the night. Scow now across the timeline for Arcadia as Panthers up by 16. Scow now. Fakes right, goes left, stops into the lane, looking for someone. Now hands it off. Oh, driving down the lane is Bolin. Shot no good, though. As he overlaid it. Hurlbert back the other way. Nearly loses the ball. Bounce pass. Oh, he tried to do the old low ball pass to Anibis, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Arcadia ball. So inbounded now to Scow. And he'll bring it across the timeline for Arcadia. Over to Braun. Braun now back to Bjorg. Bjorg right wing, drives inside, kicks it to Rotering. Rotering right corner, shot no good on the three ball. And Hurlbert with the ball. Back the other way, up and in. And so it makes it 59-41 Panthers. 7 minutes remaining. Scow across the timeline now. Over to Bolin. Bolin top of the key. to Braun now on the right wing. Braun to Rodering. Rodering in the right corner. He'll come out to the wing. Stops. Now to Braun. Braun over to Bjorg. Bjorg on the left wing. Fakes left, goes right, kicks it back out. Now Scow, long three ball, shot in and out, no good. Loose ball, and coming up with it is Braun. Braun kicks it back out, three ball on the way, shot no good. Crashing the glass is Bjorg. Bjorg gets it inside to Braun. He puts up a shot up and in. Whistle and a timeout, Arcadia. 6:34 remaining, 59-43, Panthers lead. And thank you to 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telcom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit wwt.coop. Riverside Grill, visit Riverside Grill for the daily specials, including the Friday fish fry and Saturday prime rib. Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. Alcivia Co-op, your certified Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, is Alcivia Co-op. Also, Durand Smokehouse, where the hog sale continues through March 31st. Get a whole hog for $2.09 a pound or a half hog for $2.19 a pound. And Martin Transports. Visit their website at martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transports. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Give our sponsors a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts. So, Panthers have the ball after the timeout, leading 59-43 and 6:34 remaining in the game. And inbounded now to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer now will come across the timeline down to the right wing. Tries to work off the screen. Now over to Nelson. Nelson top of the key inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt in the lane, puts up the shot, gets the shooter's roll. Gunner has 21 on the night. And across the timeline now come the Raiders. Over to Scow. Scow now back at center court to Rodering on the left wing. Rodering to Bjorg. Bjorg top of the key, scores up, three ball way short. Rodering will save it. He saves it to Welzine, and he kicks it back out to the outside. Over to Scow now on the right wing. Scow will come in. He'll try to drive inside. Can't do it. Now he has to get it back to Bjorg on the right wing. Bjorg will come down to the top of the key. Now hands it off to Scow. Scow now will look for a cutter. Now we'll get it over to Rodering in the left corner. Rodering will bounce past it inside. Driving down the lane is Welzine. He has to kick it out, though. Scow can't take up the three, and so he'll come into the lane, kicks it back out. Bjorg, three ball from the left wing, shot no good. And tipped out, and a loose ball, and coming up with it is Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer to Gunner. Gunner overlays it, no good. Rebounded by Arcadia. Braun with the rebound. So across the timeline come the Raiders. Over to Welzine, whistling a foul. Foul will be on Durand. Foul will be on number 11, and that'll be on Nelson. Panthers leading 61-43. Parker Tron coming in for Feedy. Inbounding it now to our left will be Bjorg. Bjorg inbounds it now to Bear. Bear into the lane. Kicks it back out now to Bjorg on the left wing. Bjorg now over to Welzine. Welzine drives inside. Stop. Nope. Over to Rodering. Rodering right corner. Head fakes. Right baseline. Puts up the shot. No good. Loose ball. Nelson comes up with it. To Dre Bauer. And he'll bring it across the timeline for the Panthers. He's going to drive the lane. Puts up the shot. And up and in. Dre Bauer has 13 on the night. And across the timeline to Rodering. Rodering on the right wing. Now into the corner to Bjorg. Bjorg now to Welzine. Welzine into the lane. Puts up the shot. Partially blocked by Nelson. Loose ball. Rodering comes up with it. Then they get it back out. And this time, uncontested, Welzine puts the shot up and in. Dre Bauer across the timeline for the Panthers. Panthers lead 63-45 as Hurlburt now. Right baseline. Inside to Andevis. Andevis up and in. He was in the lane, and timeout Arcadia. 30-second timeout. 65-45, Panthers leading. Thank you to Ryan Sports Shop. Visit Ryan Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing supplies, including rods, reels, bait, augers, and more. Downtown Durand. Provisions Health, changing the way you experience healthcare with their new local clinic with local provider Nikki Gillis. Visit provisions.health for more information. Annabis Silo, your Coyote dealer, Annabis Silo. Highway 25 Durand, featuring Coyote tractors of all sizes for your property. Coyote, we dig dirt at Annabis Silo. Please thank our sponsors to make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. So it's Arcadia ball. And inbounding it will be number 11, and that is Drakowski inbounding it, who's now in. Bear across the timeline for the Raiders. Over to Sandoval. Sandoval now back out to Weltzine. Puts up a shot. No good. And rebounded by Drakowski. Over to Sandoval now. Sandoval right wing. He'll drive inside. Puts up a tough shot. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on Drew Anderson, who's now in for the Panthers. If you like music, country music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, check out our new internet channel, Rural Roots Country. We even have some 50s music from country music there as well. Again, that's on Live 365. Just do a search at live365.com for Rural Root Country. Check that out. We'll be adding some more farm news as well coming up on that. Well, we're getting a lot of the reserves in. Austin Jamison is now in. Parker Olmstead is also now in. Free throw is up and good by Sandoval. As across the timeline now is Olmstead. Olmstead now over to Tron. Tron to Ryan Mason, who's in on the left wing. Cross court pass now to Tron. Tron right baseline, right wing, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Mason. They kick it back out now. Mason on the left wing to Anderson. Anderson to Tron. Tron now inside, pass it to Olmstead. Olmstead driving the lane, dishes it off to Ryan Mason, up and in. 67-47 Panthers, 2:56 remaining in the game. Sandoval now will hand it off to Drakowski. Drakowski kicks it back out to Bear. Bear on the right wing, tries to drive inside, can't do it. Long cross court pass to Scow now. Scow to Sandoval on the right wing. Over to Scow, back towards center. To Sandoval on the right wing. Looking for a cutter, but no one's there. Around the horn they go over to Bear. Bear now over to Drakowski. Drakowski, three-ball shot put up, no good. Whistling a foul. No, they're going to say, oh, it hit the top of the backboard to automatic out of bounds. It's Panther ball. So inbounding it will be Austin Jamison, and he'll inbound it to Olmstead. Panthers up by 20. Our Bauer Bill Panther postgame show coming up. Around the horn we go now, over to Mason. Mason back to Jamison. Jamison, three-ball shot, no good from the top of the key, rebounded by Rodering. Quickly back the other way now is Drakowski. Drives inside, shot put up, no good, and loose ball. Who's it going to go towards? It's going to go, they're going to say that Rodering was the last person to touch it, so it'll be Panther ball. And inbounded now to Olmstead. Olmstead across the timeline. Over to Mason. Mason from the free throw line, shot no good. Rebounded by the Raiders. Drakowski with the rebound. Over to Scow. Scow across the timeline now for Arcadia. Under a minute to 40 remaining. 67-47 Panthers. Out to Scow now. Scow at center. Scow over to Sandoval. Sandoval will drive into the lane. Puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Mason. Mason across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Tron. Tron squares up. Three-ball shot short. No good. Rebounded by Scow. Scow across the timeline for the Raiders. Whistle, and we're going to get a timeout for a sub. So now Jordan Rodering will come in. And inbounding it now will be Drakowski. Drakowski over to Scow. Scow over to the top of the key now. That's Caden. Caden Rodering Caden to Jordan. Jordan now back over to Scow. Scow now over to Drakowski. Drakowski drives in from the right wing, puts up a shot, whistling a foul on Jamison. So going to the line for two will be Drakowski. Panthers lead 67-47, 54 seconds remaining. Our Bowerville Panther postgame show coming up. Run down scoring, get some scores. Hope to talk with Coach Radetsky as well. First free throw is good. Again, where we're at might be a little bit tough, but hopefully you'll be able to come up and chat with us. Also, we'll preview our next broadcast as well. A whole bunch of subs now for Arcadia also getting ready to come in. Free throw was good. So they're just going to switch pretty much fresh five here. And inbounding it is Jamison. Jamison to Olmsted with 52 seconds remaining. Across the timeline, Mason. Mason, three ball. Shot's good by Ryan Mason. And so across the timeline come the Raiders. Over to number one, that's Lockington. These are some of the other reserves. That's Jordan rotering now. Rotering. Over to Sandoval. Off to Aspenson. Aspenson's pass is intercepted. Quickly back the other way now. Anderson puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Raiders. That's Sabota across the timeline. 8 seconds remaining. Again, Panthers will easily win this game. Shot put up and whistling a foul. Foul will be on Anderson. And so going to the line for two will be Cole Sabota. With 4 seconds remaining, and the Panthers going to win this game tonight. First free throw short, no good. And free throws in, good. So inbounded now. And Olmsted will just let the clock run out. Panthers win tonight by a score of 70-50. And we have our Bowerville Panther postgame show coming up. It's Durand Panther boys basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bowerville Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bowerville Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bowerville Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bowerville, built on service.
Welcome back to Arcadia High School, where tonight the Panthers win it by a score of 70-50. Let's run down scoring tonight for the Panthers. Leading the way, Gunnar Hurlbert, he had 21. Dre Bauer had, Zach Nelson 17. Dre Bauer had 13. Simon Bauer had 4. Ryan Mason had 5. Parker Tron had 2 with the win. Panthers go to 18-5 overall. Meanwhile, for Arcadia, Caden Rotering had 5. Cameron Boland had 5. Preston Scow had 3. Maverick Drakowski had 2. Trev Borg had 2. Connor Weltzine had 18 on the night. Richard Gomez Meza had 7. Alex Sandoval had 5. And Vince Braun had 2, along with Cole Sabota having 1. And the Raiders fall to 4 and 19. Well, at least early on, the Raiders are keeping it close, but late in the game, Panthers pulled away. and really never looked back. Raiders did get a close up to down to about a 4-point Panther lead, but Panthers were able to pull away and win tonight by a score of 70-50. On the way, we're going to take one more break, and then when we come back, we'll run down some scores that we have received so far, at least on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. And we'll also preview our next broadcast as well, as it's the Bauer Built Panther post-game show being brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's the Durand Panther boys basketball on WRDN.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Arcadia tonight as Panthers win it 70-50, and Durand head coach Justin Radetsky does join us right now. And Coach, well, kind of like Glenwood City here, I think. A little bit of a slow start, but kind of got into it then.
Yeah, we started kind of figuring some things out and just slowly wore on them that way. You know, we did get out in transition a lot more. I thought we could have converted a little bit better in transition. We kind of got two grouped together. We weren't separated out where we had nice lanes for our passes, and then all of a sudden we did get a few and got us going a little bit, but we got some stops. A couple players from them had nice nights. 22 was hot from outside. It was always like we were just a step late and a hand down, and he was making us pay, so he had a really nice game. But yeah, I thought we wore on him, and Gunnar had a nice game for us inside and got things going, and I think he's only about 5 points from 1,000, so it's pretty cool for him. I was pulling him no matter what, though. If he was one away, he was coming out. He's going to get that at home.
Okay. So you had 21 on the night, at least unofficially. That's what I had. Zach Nelson had another strong night. So did Dre Bauer.
Yeah, it's been nice. The last few days in practice, too, they've really been coming on, just getting their confidence back shooting. And you could tell, especially last night at practice, they were letting it flow and they were knocking shots down. So team seems to be in a good spot.
Was it me, or were there at times Arcadia was like, hey, we'll go fast, let's do it? It seemed like it at times.
It seemed like they wanted to, but, and then they came out and pressed us a little bit and put some pressure on, but then they got out of it right away. I guess you got to knock some shots down, too, to get in your press, and then once you don't do that a couple times, then you forget you're pressing, and that's kind of what it seemed like. But, yeah, they weren't afraid to try and run out, but our guys, I thought, really scrambled hard and got back and made any transitions for them tough. They had a guy on each side as they're trying to go up for a shot. So I thought we did a good job of that, and then we cleared some of those. A few second and third opportunities from them that I thought we could have cleaned up the boards a little better, but other than that, pretty good job.
All right. Well, congratulations, Coach, on the win.
All right, thanks.
That is Durand head coach Justin Radetsky. Let's run down scores that we have received, at least on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Halftime, it was Clear Lake leading Spring Valley 34-32 again. That at halftime. Also, it was Boyceville leading Webster. That was in the first half. It was 15-10. Other games were following still. Prescott and River Falls as well. Osseo Fairchild is at Glenwood City tonight as well. In our JV game tonight, Durand won that game 41-32. Our next broadcast will be Thursday nights as Durand will wrap up the regular season at home against Mondovi, and the Advent Health Panther preview will be coming up on Thursday night at 7. Again, just heard Coach Radetsky, Gunnar Hurlberg getting close to that 1,000th point. I'm sure that's going to happen Thursday night at home against Mondovi, so we'll have that game again starting at 7 with the Advent Health Panther preview and tip-off at 7:15. Well, again, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Please thank all of our sponsors as they make our broadcast possible as well. Again, our final score tonight, Durand winning 72-50. You've been listening to Durand Panther Boys Basketball here on WRDN. I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great evening.